Good morning, children. With a big applause for the way you presenting your experiment based on seed germination so nicely with a full effort. Now we are going to start your next exercise that are continuing today. That is tick the correct option. Tick the correct option is like MCQs. MCQs are a form of assessment for which students are asked to select one or more choices from list of answer. MCQs are generally recognized as the most widely applicable and useful types of objectives. It develops your knowledge, understanding, judgment, and problem-solving attitude. It also helps you in your formative assessment and it stimulates your brain. It activates your brain and you can self-manage your answer. On the ways of MCQs, now we are going to start. Tick the correct options. First question: the small baby plant coming out of seed is known as, the options are grain, stomata, root, or last option seedling. The small baby plant coming out of seed. Then the answer will be grains is not, stomata is a tiny pores, helps in what is? Helps in taking what? Carbon dioxide. Roots, no. Then the seedling is the baby plant. With the small baby plant comes out of seed is the seedling. So the correct answer is seedling. Correct it, seedling. Now, the process by which a plant make its own food is called photosynthesis, germination, reproduction, or dispersal. Then the definition of photosynthesis, the process by which a plant makes its own food is called photosynthesis. Because germination is a germination of seed and it requires proper temperature. The definition is different. Dispersal is the transfer of seed from one place to another place, and reproduction is the production of its own kind to increase the number or race. That is the definition of reproduction. So the left one is photosynthesis, and photosynthesis is the process by which a plant make its own food is called photosynthesis. Now the next one, 3. Which of these plants has only one cotyledons? Gram has one cotyledon? No, gram has two. Pea has two cotyledons. Now, wheat and beans. Beans has already have two cotyledons. Then what left? Only wheat. Then the wheat is monocot and it has one cotyledon. So the correct answer is wheat. Now, 4th. For proper germination, a seed needs, what seed needs for the proper germination? That is, seed germination requires water only, just the right temperature, air only, water, air as well as the appropriate temperature. What does seed germination required? Seed germination requires 3. Air, water as well as appropriate temperature. The 3 required for the proper germination of seeds. Now the next one, lotus seeds are dispersed mainly through by which way? Insects, birds, air or water. First of all, we have to understand that lotus is an aquatic plant. So aquatic plant dispersed by an aquatic medium, and that aquatic medium is water. Then the dispersal of lotus seed happens through water. Okay, the dispersal through water. Then the answer of lotus seeds are dispersed mainly through water. Now we can overview on the whole chapter at a glance by solving answer of the following question. Are you ready? Answer the following questions. Name the pigment present in the green leaves of a plant. Name the pigment. You have to name the pigment that are present on green leaves. Then the answer will be chlorophyll is the pigment present in the green leaves of a plant, and that chlorophyll responsible for its green color of the leaves. That is the answer. And okay, now the next question, why do some plants feed on insects? Why do some plants feed on insects? The question is from Insectivorous Plant. Already I have explained you the insectivorous plant with the plants that require extra nourishment. Okay, the plant which grow in poor soil and required extra nourishment. For that nourishment, for fulfill that nourishment, it depends on insects for their proper nourishment. So it depends on insects as their food. Now the answer will be some plants needs extra food in addition to the food prepared by the process of photosynthesis, and some plants grow in poor soil. Some plants needs extra food. Okay, remember one point, some plant needs extra food other than photosynthesis, and some plants grow in poor soil. Okay, which lacks, what lacks in that poor soil? That lacks minerals, and that minerals in the form of nitrogen salt. Okay, so they feed on for this causes, so they feed on insects for proper nourishment. That is the answer of the why do some plants feed on insects. Because of proper nourishment, they feeds on insects. That is insectivorous plant. That plant is called insectivorous plant. Now, third question. Name the two methods of reproduction in plant. There are so many methods of reproduction in plants. One, seeds, reproduction through seeds, and second, that is vegetative reproduction, and vegetative reproduction by its vegetative parts. Then the answer will be the two methods of reproduction in plants are reproduction by seeds and second, reproduction by vegetative parts. And what are that parts? Like stem, underground stem, root and leaves. Now, and there are so many examples, reproduction by seeds and reproduction by vegetative parts, like stem, example rose, underground stem. The examples of underground stem are what? Ginger, onion, potato, these are the example. And stem, rose, and also sugarcane also. Root, asparagus, dahlia, you have already learned. You have already done in your fill in the blanks. And leaves, the last example of leaves are bryophyllum. Okay. And reproduction by seeds, that is seed dispersal. So many examples of seeds. You have already done the experiment of red gram, that is reproduction by seed. Now, next question, state the condition required for proper germination of the seeds. On the basis of this question, you already done the experiment of seed germination on green moong or red chana. Okay, and that what are the condition required for their germination, you have already know very well. What are that condition? The proper temperature, appropriate temperature, air, water, and proper soil. Then the answer will be the appropriate condition. What are that appropriate condition required for germination of seeds are air, water, and temperature. Appropriate temperature. In that condition, the seed will germinate best. On other side, if the condition are not appropriate, then the seed germination may happen but in very slow in nature. That is in room temperature, but if the condition are not fulfilled, then the germination will occur but in very slow. Now the next question. E number. Answer the following questions. Now the answer should be long. Why do all seeds not germinate to form new plant? Why do all seeds not germinate? You of course know, you of course studied that why seeds germinate. There should be suitable condition, there should be favorable condition, proper requirement, and what are that proper requirement? What are the appropriate temperature, air, water, soil? If these requirements not fulfilled, then the seeds can't able to germinate into a new plant, into a young plant. So the answer will be, and you have already done in the experiment also with red gram. Then the answer will be all the seeds that drop on the soil do not grow to form new plant. Why? Due to unfavorable condition. Unfavorable condition के कारण अगर पौधे से सीड्स, प्लांट से सीड्स मिट्टी में जाता भी है तो सारे सीड्स बड़े यंग प्लांट नहीं हो पाते, न्यू प्लांट नहीं जर्मिनेट कर पाते, क्योंकि उन्हें प्रॉपर फेवरेबल कंडीशन नहीं मिल पाता है. बिकॉज ऑफ डेंस एरिया, डेंस हो जाते हैं, बहुत सारे सीड्स होते हैं, सारे सीड्स को न्यूट्रिशन चाहिए प्लांट बनने के लिए, यंग प्लांट बनने के लिए. तो दैन द कंडीशन नॉट सेटिस्फाइड हियर, fulfilled here, so many of them die there due to unfavorable condition. Only those seeds get favorable condition to grow to form new plant. वही सीड्स ग्रो करते हैं जिनको कि प्रॉपर फेवरेबल कंडीशन मिल पाता है, वो सीड्स ग्रो करते हैं और वो न्यू प्लांट बना लेते हैं. बाकी जो सीड्स नहीं ग्रो पाते हैं, जिनको फेवरेबल कंडीशन नहीं मिल पाता है, प्रॉपर टेम्परेचर नहीं मिल पाता है, देन दीज सीड्स कांट एबल टू ग्रो इनटू यंग प्लांट, देन दीज सीड्स may be die. Now the next question. Seeds do not germinate when they are kept in an ice box or refrigerator. Why? The same answer will be same again. The germination of seed and what are their requirement. Seed do not germinate when they are kept in an ice box or refrigerator because seeds lack proper condition required for seed germination. That is, what are that condition? Air, water, soil and appropriate temperature. In an ice box, the seeds can't able to get these conditions. The condition not fulfilled here, so that the seeds can't able to germinate into new plant. So the answer will be that. Now question number 3. State the importance of vegetative reproduction in plants. Vegetative reproduction in plants and what are their importance? Yes, so much importance of vegetative reproduction I have explained you in your previous classes also during the topic that I explained you on that day. It takes less time to grow. First point is it takes less time to grow. Second point, it is easier and faster method to increase the number of plant. And third, it resembles to parents plants. Means पेरेंट्स प्लांट से जो यंग प्लांट होते हैं वो रिजेंबल्स करते हैं, मैच करते हैं. ओके, तो दैट इज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ वेजिटेटिव रिप्रोडक्शन. सो पीपल यूजेस वेजिटेटिव रिप्रोडक्शन so much. Now question number 4. List any 3 ways of seed dispersal. There are so many ways of seed dispersal. The dispersal, wind, dispersal by wind, dispersal by water, dispersal by human and animal, dispersal by insects, rodents also, and by cracking and explosion also. But here we have to give only 3 because questions requirement is least any 3 ways. Then the 3 ways of seed dispersal are dispersal by wind, that is examples dandelion. The more example of this, what? Thistle also. And okay, and dispersal by water, here I have written water lily. You can also write what? Water lily and other aquatic, coconut also near water bodies. Okay, hydrilla, that is. Dispersal by human and animal, here I have written mango. You can write papaya and more of them, many more like it you can write. So these are the ways: dispersal by wind, dispersal by water, dispersal by human and animal. Examples of wind are dandelion, water, water lily, human and animals, mango. Now question number 5. How can one grow a rose plant without seed? Can you grow a rose plant without seed? Yes. One can grow a rose plant without seed by vegetative reproduction through its stem cutting. First, cut the stem of the rose plant and sow it in a soil. After few days, the stem parts develops and it gives rise to a young plant, young rose plant with number of roses on it. Now question number 6. State the function of the following. What are that? Seed coat, cotyledon, micropyle. Then what is the function of seed coat? Yes. Have you wore sweater in winter? What are the purpose of sweater that you wore in winter? Sweater protects you from cold. Like this, seed coat protects the seed, okay, present inside seed coat. So then the function of the seed coat, it is the outer layer covering of seed, so it protects seed. Now cotyledons. What are cotyledons? Cotyledons is inside the seed coat part. It is also called seed leaves. Okay, and it is the food part also of seed. It is the food part of the seed also. So the definition is cotyledons store food for the baby plant to grow. Cotyledons may be one, maybe two types. One means monocot and two means dicot. It has and examples of monocot, wheat, rice, and dicot is pea, gram, and so on. Now, micropyle. Micropyle is a small hole present in a seed, and from that hole water gets inside. Okay, and it started to develop. So it is a hole of a seed that allows water to enter inside. That is the function of micropyle. MICROPYLE. You have to remember the both word. Micropyle is MICROPYLE and cotyledons COTYLEDONS. Now, the next and last question is, write the ways of dispersal of seeds in the following plants. What are the ways? Madar. By which ways madar disperse? By which way lotus disperse? Madar. By which way? Dispersal by wind. Okay, madar dispersal by wind. Lotus dispersal by, lotus in an aquatic plant, so it disperses by water. Castor dispersal by human and animals both. And the next, beans dispersal through cracking and bursting. Okay, now water lily is also aquatic plant like lotus plant. Then it is also dispersal by water. Okay, dispersed by wind, dispersal by water, dispersal by human and animal. It's dispersal through cracking and bursting, dispersal by water again. Then this is your last question. So, and next I have explained you something to do in it. Okay, thank you.